Hello, it's Media Center Ukraine Odesa. We are glad to announce our second briefing. It's going to be how volunteers from Central Europe help Ukraine to gain military support and to gain support at all. We're going to speak to Jan Polak, volunteer project coordinator of the NGO Gift for Putin. Quite ironic title, surely. Hello, Jan. Thanks for being with us.
Hello, Vitaly. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Can you tell me, please, a little bit about your ongoing project of gathering money, about the helicopter thing?
Well, we decided that we would like to help your Air Force, and we were asked by HRU to deliver the Black Hawk helicopter, We made some show on 17th of November, and we started the fundraiser. The helicopter is going to cost a little bit over 4 million euros, and we have already gathered like we are like on 10% right now after the first week. So we are hoping that that even this relation will help us to gather some more for your forces.
So 10% during first week, which seems like a nice result even in Ukraine, where volunteers gather money on collect money on the regular basis. We need to donate all the time. Can you tell me, please, why did you choose to gather money for a helicopter, not something else? Did you have any specific ideas? Do you know where to buy the good Black Hawk helicopter?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the first thing is that that your forces asked us for this machine, and the second thing is that our job is not only to raise money and deliver the certain weaponry or ammunition, but also to keep attraction on the topic, because it's been 2 years since Ukraine has been fighting for its freedom, and people that are not really touched on a daily basis by what's happening over there, they need to be pushed a little bit, or they need to get their memory refreshed, and we would like to let them focus on what's going on in Ukraine, and we would like to encourage everybody to help. We would also like to show people in the West that even people that don't have so much money as they do, and from a small country like Czech Republic is, are able to make the difference, and we would like to encourage everybody to help as much as they can, even if it's a small help, it makes sense.
Well, your country, both government and people of your country, stays one of the most constant, if I may say so, allies for Ukraine, because in some countries governments change, people's minds change a little bit. But Czech Republic stays with us all the time. Why do you think it happens? Why your country still stays our ally despite everything what's happening?
Well, I think that one of the reasons might be that we still remember what it is to have this big brother from the East coming for a visit, because Russians came to our country in 1968 also, and they spent 40 years over here, and we have seen the places, even when the Russian soldiers stayed, are terrible. It's like so we have our own experience with them, and we know it's not pleasant to have them in your country. So we really feel like, of course, we didn't have such a terrible fights as you do, because we didn't fight much, but now it's an opportunity for us to help somebody who fights, and we are actually even grateful to Ukrainians that you are brave and you fight your fight for freedom. And all we can do is just we are just sending some money. It's not so much. You are doing much bigger job.
Thank you. I think that all soldiers who are now defending the country at the front line, it could be very pleasant for them to hear about your support. And do you have any stats? I mean, the donations you collect, do they come from Czech Republic or or some countries abroad? Do you have any understanding of that, or you have just some sum of money you need to collect?
Well, we have statistics. We know like the most money comes from the Czech Republic, but there are also donors from other countries. There is a lot of donors from Slovakia. We have already started to cooperate with some guys in Hungary. The guys actually don't live in Hungary. They live in Great Britain, but they are from Hungary, and they called us and they told us, hey guys, we would like to enable Hungarians to donate for Ukraine, because not all Hungarians are like Viktor Orban, and we are not idiots. All of us, just some of us, you know. So for those people who are feeling for Ukraine, we would like to open an opportunity to support. Also, we have some donations from the States. We have some donations from Germany, but most of it, over 95%, is coming from the Czech Republic.
Thank you. You mentioned Slovak guys you are cooperating with at the moment. Aren't they the same who gathered money for the tank? Because we also actually invited them just a few days ago to talk about the success of their initiative. They swapped the tank for some other vehicle, but the experience itself was quite useful, seemed quite useful for us.
Yeah, I actually heard about these guys. We have been talking with them for some time, but they are another initiative. They would like to focus on they want to focus on a Slovak audition, but they are a different fundraiser. But we are in touch with them, and we wish them good luck also, because all initiatives are helping the same purpose.
Yeah, our country needs really all the support we can get actually at that harsh times. And can you please tell me a little bit about helicopter? I saw that it's pictured on your T-shirt actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me show you a little bit. Yeah, because we are selling some T-shirts with the helicopter and stuff like that. Well, this helicopter is actually probably the only Black Hawk helicopter that's available in Europe right now. So we were quite lucky that we could have reserved a right to buy it. And it's a UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter. It has no weapons on it right now, but it's ready. It's ready to get some weapons, and we are aware that your army is already using some Black Hawk helicopters. You know how to fly it. You know how to repair it. You have some spare parts, and we also know, and that's very interesting and important for us, that there are some. Maybe tens of helicopters, maybe even more, in the States that are not used anymore, but they are in a good shape. And if we would inspire American government and we could.
There are some technical issues on Jan's side. I hope that he is going to join us soon. We are waiting for the news about helicopters lying in the warehouses of the United States Army and not being used. That's a regular story actually for some types of military techniques United States Army has. At some point they just stop using them, like it was with Humvees, which were given, for example, to Ukraine, and earlier they were given to Afghanistan army before Taliban took power, or to Egyptian army, which again is the usual story for Egypt to get the United States techniques to support their military. Is there any news about Jan joining us? Do we have Jan? Great. Can you unmute yourself, please? And Jan, do you hear us?
Yes, I do. I'm sorry, Vitaly. I'm back. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, I do hear you. And we got your picture. So you stopped on the United States helicopters lying in the warehouses in states. So continue, please.
Yes, and so what our subsequent goal would be to inspire Americans to send some more helicopters to Ukrainian army, because I think that Black Hawks can really make some difference at least.
Yes, when our talk was interrupted, actually, I told our audience that that's a usual story for United States Army when they are giving the equipment and the techniques which is not used by them anymore to some armies who are allies of them, even Afghanistan army before the Taliban took power, actually. About a year and a half ago, as far as I remember, right? And so to Egyptian army and to other allied armies all over the world. So we are really waiting for these techniques which Ukrainian army could master and use later on the battlefield. And you also mentioned that except of helicopters, except of giving some techniques, some objects which can be given to Ukrainian army, you are also working on some other initiatives. Can you please tell us a little bit about it?
What do you mean, Vitaly? Like other equipment, or
no? Do you have, except of gathering money for a Black Hawk helicopter, do you have any other initiatives inside the organization you are working in for supporting of Ukrainian army? So please go on.
Well, it's on our website, which is available in English also. In English, it's www.weaponstoukraine.com. You can check all the campaigns that we run, right. Yes.
Yeah. We are listening to you. Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you were asking something. Sorry. So we are also collecting for armored vehicles for the International Legion that fights in Ukraine. We are gathering money for 1,000 RPGs, the anti-tank missiles, for the 41st Battalion, and we have fundraised some battle medic training in Ukraine and some equipment for them. We have gathered money for demining machine that was made. It's called Božena, and it was made in Slovakia. And one of the biggest in this spring was the rocket launcher that we brought to Ukraine, altogether with 365 rockets, which was for the first anniversary of the Russian invasion. And we have also gathered money for the tank, T-72. And as we spoke before, it's the greatest success of the fundraiser for the tank was that Americans noticed it, and American government, together with the Dutch government, they bought another 100 tanks from the same manufacturer. We have also collected some money for 15 PVOs, like the double twin guns that are air defense, and they are like a mobile air defense right now. And I think that this was also an inspiration for some Dutch company or a government, I don't know who was it exactly, but they delivered another 90 of those to Ukraine. So these are really things that we are proud about.
So keeping in mind your background, I will await that after you gather money for a helicopter, United States really will transfer some more of them to Ukrainian Ukrainian Air Forces. And the last one, as I understood, you have some specific term during which you need to collect money for a helicopter. Am I right?
Can you repeat the question, please?
As I understood, you have a specific term during which you need to gather money to buy a helicopter, as you reserved it somewhere in Europe. A month or 2 months or half a year. How much time do you have to raise this money?
Well, we don't have a hard limit, but we hope that we will be able to collect money within 4 months.
Great. Great. Thank you, Jan. Let me wish you luck and say that we are really grateful for your efforts, despite not being here in Ukraine, but supporting our military and our people here on the front line and here, even in Odessa. We are very grateful for joining us today.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Vitaly, for having me here and let me talk. And good luck to you guys, and Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава. Thank you. Thanks to Jan, and our next briefing is going to be in 40 minutes, 1 p.m. We are going to speak to Alexander Hara. He's a representative of the Center of the Defense Technologies, and we are going to speak about possible NATO membership and for Ukraine and reforms which our country has to do to apply for this membership. Stay with us.